thanks so much for stopping by at the Peppered Peach today. We're going to be checking out some soup. Again, it's soup season. I love soup and we're here for it. So we're making a classic minestrone from Magnolia Cookbook, volume number 2. Now, I have not made this minestrone. I do have my own kind of minestrone, recipe that I have in my head, but we're here for the journey, all right? So we have everything here. Let's get this party started. All right, so before we start assembling everything that we have here, let's chop up some veggies. So we have some carrots, which Penny and Bauer will be here in 30 seconds once they hear this. Here comes Penny. She's coming around the corner. Here she comes, okay? And she wants us to dice this, right? I think. Pretty sure. Yes, diced. So let's dice these up. I don't know where Bauer went, but he'll come. Whoops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we're just gonna dice these up. Move that off to the side. Penny's patiently waiting for some carrots. It's almost her dinner time, so we will go ahead and give her the scraps along with my baby, Bauer. All right. Penny's technically the baby, but right, Bao? Right, Penny? All right, so there's that. Now let's chop up some celery. She calls for 3 stalks. Since this is all going together at once, I am just going to combine it into one big pile. Let's get the last one in. Bauer's right at my legs now. He knows. All right. Zucchini. Now she does not say to do anything with this other than dice it up. So we're just gonna cut into medium pieces. All right, I'll maybe do one more. This and like this. All right, move it off to the side. We've got the other half of our zucchini. All right, we'll just chop it up. I'm not trying to be too small here. She does say medium, so I'm going with medium. And we have our squash. I love minestrone. It's so hearty, it's so yummy. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good minestrone. And I love a quick minestrone or a quick soup. It makes all the difference when you're trying to have a nice hearty soup and you don't want to spend hours making it. This is where it's at. All right, so we have all our veggies diced. We'll head over to the stove in a second and we'll get started. All right, so I said we were done chopping, but y'all forgot to tell me about the onion. So we need a half an onion. So we're gonna chop up this white onion. Throw that off to the side, get that little skin off, get out of my face. We'll get this here. All right. And let's chop away. And I should also mention that I currently have 3 tablespoons of olive oil heating on the stove back there. Once it's heated, we're gonna add in some garlic, which is I think a tablespoon, and I love garlic, so that's exciting to have that much garlic in our minestrone. And once that's all heated up and smells yummy, we are going to add in all these veggies. And then we're gonna let this go for about 5 minutes on the stove, and then we'll add in everything else. All right, my eyes are starting to water, so we're done. Okay, let's head over to the stove. All right, so our oil is heated. I'm gonna add in our garlic, and we'll let this go for a minute. Be right back. All right, so it's time to add in our onions that we just chopped up, our zucchini and squash. Bauer's patiently waiting for me to drop something because he's such a good boy. He's the goodest boy. So we have our carrots, celery, squash, onions. Did I catch everything? I think so. All right, so we're gonna stir this together, and we're gonna let this soften up for about 5 minutes. After this 5 minutes, we'll start adding in some of these extra ingredients here. We got crushed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, some beans, some broth, some basil, lots of flavor. In the meantime, I'm gonna get our beans rinsed and ready, but see you in 5. All right, so our veggies are softened. It's been about 5 minutes, so let's add in some other ingredients. So we have diced tomatoes, we have crushed tomatoes. Good thing I wore white, right? I know just how to plan it. All right, we are gonna use 2 cups, wait, no, 4 cups! This whole thing has to go in here. I don't know why I brought this out. You know, sometimes I try to complicate things and it doesn't. So 1 whole thing of chicken broth and 1 whole thing of, vegetable broth. Ooh, there we go. All right. We are going to do a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and some basil, dried basil specifically. And we are going to stir this up. We are going to bring this to a boil. And once it's boiling, we're going to push it down to a simmer for 15 minutes. So now we wait. Okay, so it's boiling. Let's bring this down to a simmer and I'll see you then. Actually, I take that back. Once after we're done with the simmering, then we're gonna add in our pasta, let that cook, and then we're gonna finish it off with the spinach and the beans for just a couple minutes to wilt and cook, and then it's time to try it out. But it smells so good.
A few moments later.
All right, so it's been about 15 to 20 minutes since we've had this going on a low simmer. So now it's time to add in our pasta. So she calls for a cup. I did a little bit more than a cup because I do like some noodles in my macaroni and my minestrone. All right, so we're gonna stir this together. We're gonna get this going for about 12 minutes. And once 12 minutes is up, we're gonna add in our spinach and our beans, let that go for a couple minutes, and then it's try time. All right, it's been 12 minutes. Let's get in our beans, which are kidney and white beans, and some spinach. So 3 cups of spinach. So we're gonna let this wilt, and we will come back, and it really is gonna be try time right after this. All right, y'all, it is time to try our classic minestrone from Magnolia Cookbook, volume number 2. Smells so good. Make sure you get a little piece of pasta in there. Okay, going in, yep. Oh yeah, I'm gonna love this. Long time. This is so good. It is so good. It is so hearty, it's so flavorful. It's amazing to me that after, 25 minutes, we can make something as amazing as this. It is so, so good. I love everything about it. It's definitely gonna be a repeat around here because it is soup season and it is time for us to have some soup. So love everything about it. This might be better than my minestrone recipe, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. This is the journey through all the Magnolia cookbooks. This one's here to stay, for sure. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching me make this classic minestrone. I hope you make it at home. I hope it inspires you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. See ya.